Big love shout out everyone. Ayan, big love shout out. Ayan, shout out dyan everyone. Ayan, shout out dyan everyone. Nagka-happen. Ayan. Magandang gabi dyan sa inyo. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Ayan, shoutout dyan everyone. Shout out. Ayan, shout out to my 1 million viewers. Thank you so much sa BGBG channel. Maraming salamat sa iyo channel. Ayan, mega love shout out. Sandali lang guys ha. Ayan. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa 1 million. Maraming salamat. Ayan, magandang gabi sa inyo dyan. Basta na kayo dyan. Hello. Basta na kayo dyan, guys. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Ayan, shoutout dyan everyone. Basta na kayo dyan. Shoutout sa nag-BG dyan. Magandang gabi sa iyo. Ayan. Mega love shoutout sa iyo dyan. Thank you so much sa dalawang nandyan. Thank you. Hindi ko pa siya nakikita dito. Bakit kaya? Ayan, ito na. Nakikita ko na siya. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Oh my gosh, bakit wala? Ayan. Ayan, Miguel Love shout out. Bakit kanya? Ayan, Miguel Love shout out. Ayan, Dolores Riga, shout out sa'yo. Ayan, Parkheim Vlog here. Ikaw pala yan, Dolores Riga. Thank you so much, Sisi Parkhayon. Thank you so much. Ayan, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sa'yo, sis. Thank you sa'yo. Ayan, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Sisi Parkhayon Vlog. Mega love shoutout sa'yo dyan. Sige sis, magbabasa ko dito ng sis, horoscope. Ayan, horoscope yung babasahin ko dito. Talagang may water ako. May water talaga ako dito sis. Ayan, basta ka na dyan sis. Ayan, tamsakdan. Ayan, thank you so much, Sisi, sa pagpunta ng iyong alaga dyan, Sisi Parkheim Vlog. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta ng iyong alagan. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa iyo, Sisi. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa iyo. Ano ba yung, may start pala ako. For today's, course, today is November 14. So, yung aanhin ko na horoscope is for November 15. November 15. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Ayan. Ito na yung, yung sa November 15. Ayan, nagre-reklamo si mother ng ilaw. Pero kailangan ko dito kasi gagamitin ko. Basahan lang sa akin horoscope. Sige sis. Yung Aquarius. Ito. Mag-start muna tayo sa Aquarius. Ayan, ito na. Aquarius. So, ayan. For tomorrow, November 15. Ayan. Ayan, ito na. Kung ikaw ay pinanganak ng January 20 to February 18, so ikaw ay Aquarius. So, Sunday, November 15. When you haven't eaten all day and you are especially hungry, you might imagine a heaping plate of comfort food. And because you're so hungry, you might cook up or order far more than you can actually eat. You may be hungry for something now, Aquarius. You have a ravenous appetite for whatever you feel is missing from your life. And you may be imagining a heaping plate of it. But too much of a good thing is still too much. Be mindful of this as you move forward. Having more than what you need could result in a metaphorical stomach ache. Stomach ache. Yung sa'yo daw, Sunday, November 15. Yun daw, Sisi. You haven't eaten all day. And you are hungry, you might imagine a heaping plate of comfort food. Ayan. Yan daw. So, dito muna ako, yan kasi yung sabay, February, yan yung Aquarius sa November 15. Yun daw. So, hindi naman lahat ng Aquarius na siguro makaka-feel ng ganyan. Baka iba yun. May iba din na Aquarius. Ayan, yaw, lang dia. Ayan, from Sis Parkheim Vlog. Sige, sis. Tapos dito ako, sis, sa iyong love affair at saka sa yung future. May ako dito na future na sa Aquarius. May nandito din ako. Ayan. Ito sabi daw dito is yung isa dito babasahin ko. Yan kasi ngayon, yung kasi nandito din, kung magkapareho ba sila ng tugma, yung nandito na Aquarius din. Kasi mas nagustuhan ko din, kasi parang ano siya talaga. Yan, dollars, dungan ko views mo, open ko laptop ko subong. Sige, thank you so much, Sisi. Kayo pala, naging 5 ako dyan. Maraming salamat, sis. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sisi. Thank you so much sa support dyan. Tapos ito, dito sis, sa, ano ba to? Ito, Aquarius din. Ayan. January 20 to February 18. Ayan, let's get started. Mas maganda to sis kasi may mga ano siya. Nagugustuhan ko to eh. Ayan, today's horoscope. For today's to. So, wala bang tomorrow? Tomorrow. Kasi ano ko na kasi nabasa ko naman yan eh, from ano, pero dito na lang ako sa friendship. At saka sa love, dito na ako sa mood. Dito ako sa mood. Ayan, kasi tarot reading to siya. Parang card. Parang card siya, sis. Nagugustuhan ko to eh. Parang card reader siya na inaano talaga yung ano. Ayan, dito na sis. Ayan, ayan, nabasa ko na yan kanina. Kasi yung today, parang same lang kahapon. Ayan. Dito ako sa mood. Ayan. At saka may love pa dito. Ayan, yung card. The Emperor. Talaga naman The Emperor talaga. Ayan. Yan, dito na ako sa Ayan, thank you so much, Sisi Virgie Esteller, sa harang dyan. Maraming salamat. Harang host ang sakdan. Maraming salamat, Sisi Virge. May tuwad agad. Ayan. Ayan. Kaya ano lang yung tuwad dyan, sis. May tuwad ba? Tingnan ko. Grabe naman. Oh my gosh, may tuwad. Oo. Grabe naman. Sige lang, baka dyan sila masaya. Yung iba na lang yung, kasi kung ano din yung ginagawa mo sa kapwa mo, babalik daw naman yun din eh. Kaya yung iba na lang yung magtutuwa din sa kanila. Pero ako kasi hindi ako ganun eh. Hindi ako nagtutuwad sa mga, sa mga kapwa ko. Lalo na pag friend ko, at saka kahit na sa iba din, kahit na hindi ko friend, hindi ako gumagawa ng ganun. So, hayaan na lang natin sila dyan. Baka doon sila masaya pag nagtutuwad sila. Ayan, hayaan mo iba gumanti sa kanila. Oo nga, Sisi Parkayon, tama. Kasi sabi nga daw nila, kung anong ginagawa mo sa kapwa mo, ay gagawin din yan sa'yo. So, baka nagkamali lang ng pagpindot. Oo nga, baka nagkamali. May tama ka, sis. Oo, kasi no, di ba? Pag parang nagkamali din. Oo, sis. Pero okay lang din yun, sis. Maliit na bagay naman yan, eh. Okay lang, Sisi Virgie. Ganyan talaga ang buhay, di ba? Pero hayaan mo na lang sila. Ayan. Dito na ako sa nga dito. Ayan. Dito na lang ako kasi nabasa ko na yung for November 15 yung sa Aquarius. So dito ako sa mood. Ayan, dito mood. Ayan, characteristics. Ayan, sabi na dito, ayan. Dito na is key traits, truthfulness, yung Aquarius daw. Just, curious, affectionate, personality. Ayan, progressive, original, independent. Ayan, progressive. Yung strength, yan ng Aquarius. Progressive, original, and independent. Humanitarian. Ayan. Malapit na rin, premiere ni Febs. Okay. Sisi Virgie. Sige, sis. Ayan, tapos yung dislike, yung likes daw, yung progressive, there's ang strength ng Aquarius. Tapos meron siyang original. Ayan, independent. At saka independent din siya. Tapos humanitarian. Ayan. Sabi dito. Tapos, yung weakness niya daw runs from emotional expression, temperamental, and ito yung weakness mo, Aquarius. Yung runs from emotional expression, temperamental, and uncompromising aloof. Ayan yung mga likes. Fun with friends. Ayan. Fun with friends daw si Prime Vlog. Fun with friends, helping others, fighting for causes, intellectual conversation. Ayan, intellectual conversation, a good listener. Ayan, a good listener. Tapos, limitations, broken promises, yung mga dislike niya, yung mga dislike ng Aquarius. Limitations, tapos broken promises, yung mga promises talaga na hindi natutupad, broken promises. Being lonely or dull or boring situations. People who have disagree with them. Yan yung mga ano niya, ng Aquarius. Ayan, ano ba to? Ayan. My gosh, nag-ano siya eh. Ayan, dito na ako. Tapos, ito doon yung love. Dito na ako sa love. Ayan, love. Ayan, ito na yung ano daw, yung element air, quality effects, lucky gem, ayan, light blue. Light blue yung color. Tapos yung roller, Uranus, Saturn, ayan. Tapos day, Saturday, yung lucky day. Lucky day mo sisipart, Prime Vlog. Tapos Leo, Sagittarius, Metal, Platinum, K-traits, truthfulness, just curious, affectionate, personality, strength, progressive, original, independent. Ayan, tapos na pala ito kanina eh. Ayan. Dito na ako sa Aquarius. Ayan. Ito yung mga overview niya. When Aquarius and Aquarius combine in the game of love compatibility, there is a lot of harmony to spread all around. This is matched with two zodiac signs that bring very similar perspectives and energies to the table. There is a lot of chemistry between Aquarius and Aquarius in the foundation that ito yung trust. Ayan. So, today pala ang lucky day ko. Oo, sis. May ano ba ngayon? May dumarating ba sa'yo na parang lucky day mo? Si Parkayon? Parang lucky? Parang ano talaga siya? Parang sumasaya ka na meron kang mga blessings na natanggap. Ayan. Mega love shout out sa anim na nandyan. Thank you so much. At saka, sa ano pa? Tapos, yung trust, there is constantly an intriguing bond between two agents of the indication of Aquarius. They quietly see each other and using on a psychological level that no other signs can reach. At the point when they start their relationship, their trust will be based on an establishment of opportunity. So, there, communication. Ayan. Yung communication daw is amazing. This is a discussion we might all want to be a piece of. Aquarius is an indication of God's voice in the picture of the consideration and thinking of our higher selves. What one Aquarius advises to another may be something that alone both of them comprehend, whatever their relations may. Ayan yung emotion daw dito. Ayan, ha, wala naman, ha. Okay. Pero baka yung sa iba din. Kasi ano din eh, Saturday daw, lucky day. Ano kaya, siguro pag lumabas ka, talagang, kasi lucky mo eh, lucky day mo, Saturday. Ayan, tapos ito dito yung emotions. Aquarius, isn't that passionate from an ordinary perspective? However, this doesn't mean they are not enthusiastic by any stretch of the imaginations. Their affection is in a manner shared on a gathering of individuals, and in spite of the fact that it isn't that sentimental, it is essential to them as, ayan, and ano, kasi may continuation, and that sentimental, it is essential to them as the establishment of their whole conviction framework with regards to a sentimental relationship. Two Aquarius and other, however, are bound to see each other as companions on the off chance that they do experience passionate feelings for. As agents of a fixed sign, they will remain together for a quiet while, albeit none of them truly thinks about to what extent the relationship will last. The excellence of their adoration is in its separation. Any word that may sound since they realize it will never be found with another accomplice. Ayan, accomplice. Um, they will just draw nearer when genuine feelings begin to appear. Ayan, okay, six, nadugangan ko pa isa. Ayan, salamat, Sisi. Ay, oo, si Sisi Virgie is Stellar Scorpio. Sige, tapusin ko to. Tapusin ko to kay Sisi Parkine Vlog, Sis Virgie. Ayan, ito. Aquarius isn't that passionate from an ordinary perspective. Ayan. Hindi daw si Aquarius, hindi siya passionate sa mga ordinary perspective lang. However, this doesn't mean they are not enthusiastic by any stretch of the imagination. Their affection is in a manner shared on a gathering of individuals, and in spite of the fact that it isn't that sentimental, it is essential to them as the establishment of their whole conviction framework. Ayan. Yan daw si Aquarius. Tapos sabi dito is, two Aquarius accomplices could feel a great deal for one another, however, are bound to see each other as companions on the off chance that they do experience passionate feelings for. As agents of a fixed sign, they will remain together for a quiet while, albeit none of them truly thinks about to what extent the relationship will last. The excellence of their adoration is in its separation. Separation daw, Aquarius to Aquarius, yung ano dito, tandem. Anyway, weird. That may sound sense, kasi yung ano to dito yung parang parang compatibility, ayan. Anyway, word that may sound since they realize it will never be found with another accomplice. They will just draw near when genuine feelings begin to appear. Ayan. Ayan, let's proceed na tayo sa sa Scorpio. Ayan, dito ako muna sa Scorpio. Yung compatibility yun ng love. Yung nabasa ko kanina, sis. Yung Aquarius to Aquarius. Ayan, dito na ako sa Scorpio. Ayan, Scorpio and Scorpio pairing. Ayan, ito naman yung Scorpio. Pag yung Scorpio and Scorpio daw mag-pair sila. Is an intense pairing of two fixed water signs, but one that ranks high in love compatibility. Both of these water signs are intense psychic, and so this is a relationship that is based on an intuitive understanding of the needs of the other. The best things Scorpio Scorpio are maximized in this match, with loyalty, sexual passion, and a deep abiding uh, abiding love for the world. These are traits that both Scorpio and Scorpio offer each other in abundance. Unfortunately, the shadow side of Scorpio is uh, amplified times two in this match, and so this relationship has potential for power struggle as well. When both Scorpio and Scorpio remember to work to meet each other needs instead of obsessing about their own, Their karmic connection will create wells of love for generations. Ayan yung trust daw. Ayan, maraming salamat sa iyo, sis. Naging 8 na ngayon. Maraming salamat sa iyo dyan. At tapos sabi pa dito, what an odd relationship of two possessive need to know, all making progress toward opportunity accomplices. As every Scorpio needs to be associated with their accomplice life. No Scorpio needs to be controlled or let any other individual be engaged with other own life. None of them will comprehend the absence of trust originating from their accomplice, lifting their personality high, realizing that there is no motivation behind why they would keep imparting anything to the next Scorpio any longer. The issue here is in a way that neither of them is by all accounts mindful of what they need from their accomplice, and this can transform into a genuine fight for amazingness. All things considered frequently enough, they will consider each to be as valid and legitimate, leaving their uncertainties aside, confiding in one another without such a large number of words. Ayan, ito na yung communication ng Scorpio. At at the point when psychological weight isn't a piece of ordinary correspondence, the profundity both of their brains have will be a mind-blowing, improving for every discussion they have. But no, nobody can comprehend a Scorpio mentally as much another Scorpio. Their subjects can, without much of a stretch, become dull. Not on the grounds that the two of them needs to discuss discouraging things, but since they see each other in regions other would prefer not to manage, this is a decent path of them to to find that they are not the only one, and it very well may be recuperating for each accomplice for whatever length of time that passionate desires are not included. In the event that they cooperative and content to progress to a similar position or feel like they jeopardize each other's status in any capacity, their contact can turn out to be really terrible and go to belligerent rejection of anything stated or in a single word slide. At the point when they start fighting against one another, it can't appear to stop until one of them is beaten dead, and there is nothing more that should be possible for them to get back in the game. And the off chance that they see each other as foes, they will sting each other for triumph, which means they will take the necessary steps to win. And the off chance that they separation themselves from a circumstance, they may understand that none of them really jeopardizes the other. To discover common comprehension, they have to have separate existences and give each other enough space to do as such. Ayan yung yung Sisa Verge. Yan daw yung Scorpio. Yung parang kasi yung tandem mo dito is Scorpio to Scorpio. Yung nyo doon, yung compatibility ng Scorpio, yung mga communications na compatibility nyo. Ayan, to discover common communication, they have to have separate existence. Ayan. And give each other enough space to do as such. Yan daw yan sis. Tapos yung emotions dito is, Scorpio is a water sign and speaks to every single rejected feeling we would prefer not to manage. This makes delegates of this sign went to the dull, intense subject matters, and this is something two of them will comprehend in one another. The issue with Scorpio is in its fight with the moon and the way that feelings aren't affirmed here. This can make them both bigoted for shortcoming, harsh in their way to deal with each other, and excessively critical towards one another's enthusiastic needs, despite the fact that the two of them really share similar necessities. The two of them, when confronted with feelings they would prefer not to manage, basically in light of the fact that as their individual job in others' lives. This could prompt various clashes, however, it individual development of each accomplishes and chance to be with somebody who genuinely comprehends the profundity of their souls. The most ideal route for them to move towards their relationship is through most profound, passionate acknowledgement and their resilience for mind-blowing contrast in character despite the fact that they are peculiarly the equivalent. Ayan, yan daw yan, Sisa Verge. Ayan. Siguro hindi na ako mag-explain kasi alam ko naman intindihan mo yan. Ayan. Tapos yung values na dito is, Scorpio is a water very every feeling we would prefer not to manage. This make delegates of the sign went to the dull intense subject matters, and this is something that two of them will comprehend in one another. The issue with Scorpio is in its fight with the moon and the way that feelings aren't affirmed here. This can make them both bigoted for shortcoming, harsh in their way to deal with each other, and excessively critical toward each other, and enthusiastic needs, despite the facts, ayan, dito is this, ano ba ako dito? Ayan, dito na, this make delegates of this sign went to the dull intense subject matters, and this is something that two of them well comprehend in one another. The issue with Scorpio is in part the moon and the way that feelings aren't affirmed here. This can make them both bigoted for shortcoming, harsh in their way to deal with each other, and excessively critical towards one another's enthusiastic needs, despite the fact that the two of them really share similar necessity. The two of them will be confronted with feelings they would prefer not to manage, basically in light of the fact that it's their individual job in others' lives. This could prompt various clashes, however, it could likewise be the base of unbelievable. Ayan. Ayan, maraming salamat dyan sa thumbs up dyan, si Rockheim Vlog. Ayan. Unbelievable. Saan ako dito? Unbelievable. Ayan, unbelievable. The most ideal route for them to move toward this relationship is through most profound, passionate acknowledgement and the resilience for mind and blowing contrast in character despite the fact that they are peculiarly the equivalent. Ayan. Ayan, maraming salamat sa iyo dyan, Sisi, sa pagtambay. Tapos, ayan, tapos na ako. Tapos dito na ako sa, ayan, for tomorrow. Ayan, kasi dito yung sa isa yung partners niya na Scorpio by Scorpio. Ayan, pero yung sa ano dito sa Aquarius, yung ano niya dito, yung ayan, yung compatibility niya talaga na Aries, yung compatibility ng Aquarius. Aries, yung compatibility niya. Tingnan ko nga yung Aries at saka Aquarius, yung compatibility. Kasi may ano between the Aquarius to Aquarius is may parang may ano sila sis. Parang may ano sila tapos at the end parang mag-aano din sila. Parang maghihiwalay. Ayan sis, yung compatibility nila. Kasi tapos yung sa Aries dito kasi is ano yung ayan, titingnan ko yung compatibility dito. Ng Aquarius is Aries. Ayan, basta yan yung partners ng ano, hindi ko nakaano kung ano lang kasi yung tandem lang dito is Aquarius to Aquarius, pero yung the best na compatibility nila dito is Aries. Ayan sis. Tapos syempre isasabi ko dito yung for tomorrow kasi for ngayon to yung forever na na pala 'to, yung tandem nila dito, yung mga compatibility ng love ng Aries. Basta yun yung the best tandem ng Aquarius is Aries, ayan. Tapos yung dito, ayan, para sa, kasi ito dito, may, ano ko lang to kasi dito sa compatibility and love. Ayan. Tapos yung ito dito is the Scorpio, kasi na-mention ko na yun kanina sa Scorpio. Kasi si Verge. Ayan. Dito na ako sa November. Ayan. Scorpio, October 23 to November 21. Ayan. Scorpio. Ayan, ito is tomorrow, Sunday, November 15. Ayan, an early winter is rarely welcome when someone is enjoying blue skies and warm weather. The last thing they want is a gust of chilly wind blowing through. But an early spring is always welcome. That's because it's warmer weather and the bright sun bring rays of warmth and hope of new beginnings with it. And hope is always desirable. If you wish to make your life brighter now, after a long, cold, metaphorical winter, Scorpio, brighten your day with hopeful thoughts. The hope of new beginnings offer the promise of happiness. Wow, Sisa Virgie! Galing naman. Sisa Verge. Andiyan ka pa ba? Ayan, ito yung ano mo for tomorrow. Sa November 15. Sa Scorpio. Si Sa Verge. Ayan, nakikinig ka ba dyan, sis? Galing naman ni Sis Verge. Ayan. The hope of new beginnings offers. Ayan, the hope of new beginnings offers the promise of happiness daw. Ayan, oo, sis, Markayan Vlog. Grabe, parang, yung tumangyan ako sa parang nakikita ko din yun eh, yung situations niya, yung nakita ko nung pag-premiere niya, na yoyo lang ga, pumati ako. Sige, sige, sis. Ayan kasi, ano ko din si Sis Virgie kasi, parang nakikita ko din yung situation niya eh. Yung sa premiere niya, nakasama yung BF niya doon, BF, ayan. At use pa entry. Okay, sis. Habang sampay nilaban. Okay, sige, sis. Ayan. Ayan, damo kobrahon, ha. Sige, sis, si BG lang ba, sis. Ayan, kasi magbabasa lang ako dito ng horoscope ng iba. Kasi nabasa ko na yan sa'yo eh. Basahin ko nga ulit yung sa Aquarius dito for tomorrow. Tapos ko na din yung yung ng Aquarius, yung love niya, tapos yung compatibility. Ayan. Sige sis, pumati lang da. Sampay da sis, ayan. Kasi ko din kung andyan si Sisi Virgie kasi parang tumugma kasi yon sa niya, sa BF niya, di ba? Tapos ang galing kasi dito for tomorrow ng kanyang dito, horoscope niya. Zodiac sign niya. Ayan, dito sa yung sa Scorpio daw is an early winter. Ayan, sa Scorpio, oo nga. Tapos na to. Ayan, sana marinig to ni Sisi Virgie. Ayan. Tapos ito nga yung sa Aquarius, basahin ko ulit for tomorrow. Is when you haven't eaten all day, ayan, ito nga pala, no? And you are especially hungry, ayan. Pagutom ka daw, sisi. And you might imagine a heaping plate of comfort food. Ayan. Kasi yan naman kahit iba, din, basta pagutom ka, parang i-imagine mo talaga na, baka ibang din, Scorpio. Yung Scorpio, yung Aquarius, talagang pagutom sila, di ba, mai-imagine nila yung masasarap na pagkain. Wow. And because you're so hungry, you might cook up. Ayan. Tapos, pag hungry ka daw, sis, ayan, syempre, mag-iisip ka ng mga masasarap na pagkain. Tapos, magluluto ka, di ba? Anong mga masasarap na pagkain? Ayan. And far more than you can actually eat. Ayan. You may be hungry for something now, Aquarius. Ayan. For ngayon daw, hungry ka. Ayan. For ngayon daw, hungry ka. Siyempre. Tapos, you have a ravenous appetite for yan. Siyempre, may ano talaga tayo, no? Pag gutom tayo, may ano talaga tayo may gana talaga tayo kumain yung mga appetite natin dyan. Ayan. For whatever you feel is missing from your life. Ayan, parang nafe-feel mo na meron na, parang hindi pa complete kasi parang merong missing sa life mo. Ayan, parang hindi complete. Ayan, and you may be imagining a heaping plate of it. Ayan. But too much of a good thing is still too much. Ayan, but too much of a good thing daw. But sobra daw sa, ayan, sa mga, I think siguro sa mga bagay, na magagandang bagay, ayan. And still too much, be mindful of this as you move forward. Ayan, as talagang iisipin mo daw yung mga ganon. Bago ka mag-move forward, yung ayan, alam mo na yun, di ba? Yung move forward. Kasi, yan, bago ka mag-move forward. So, having more than what you need, ayan. Talagang, nandyan na yan, lahat na kailangan mo. Could result in a metaphorical stomachache. Why? Baka, kasi 'di ba, sa sobrang sa gutom siguro tapos oo, tama pala baka yung mga ibang Aquarius diyan, ayan, huwag kayong kumain dahil sa too much appetite niyo baka ayan masobrahan ng kain 'no, kaya huwag, kasi tama naman diyan, kahit napagutom ka tapos madami yung kainin mo, yung madami yung kinain mo, ayun siyempre sasakit naman talaga yung stomach natin 'di ba, kahit sino naman. Ayan, damo ko obrahon ha. Oo nga sisi, sige sis, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sisi for kind vlog sa pakikinig diyan. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa'yo diyan. Ayan, ingat-ingat diyan sisi sa pansampay. Ayan. Sana magiging masaya ka diyan sa pagsasampay mo sisi sa mga kikinig. Ayan. Mega love shoutout diyan sa'yo. Ayan. Ayan, anong oras na ba ngayon? Gabi din ba diyan sa inyo sis? Ayan, so, let's move to, kasi tapos na ako dito sa Scorpio. Ayan, napakagandang, talaga ni Sisi Virgie sa Scorpio niya. Ayan, sana marinig niya to. Ayan, basa lang Oo, sige sis, thank you so much for the support. Ayan, tapos na ako sa Scorpio at Aquarius. So, dito na lang ako sa Aries. Tapos mamaya-maya, pag may time pa ako magbabasa ako ng love stories. Grabe, ang ganda-ganda to sis. Binasa ko to ng love stories from the book dito kasi dinownload ko siya talaga sis sa the book. Grabe, marami ka talagang malalaman ng mga as in, parang inaano talaga yung about love. Grabe talaga, interesting. Gusto ko to yung mga ganito. Ayan, tapusin ko lang ito mamaya kasi mamaya i-share ko sa iyo yung mga romantic moments kasi ito yung book mo to. Ayan, ito. Ayan, yung title niya nito is e-book. Mga love stories. Ayan, ito na. Sana ba? Nandun ba sa kabila? Parang dito naman Yan, mahilig kasi ako magbabasa ng mga love stories. Bakit wala dito? Saan kaya yun? Nandito kaya? Baka siguro nandito. Ayan, baka nandito. Yung book na to. Ay, ito pala, yung free books. So, yung title niya na dinownload ko is, maganda to talaga sis. Yung ganda nito. Na-download ko. Ayan. Ayan, ito na. Ayan. Sana ba yung dinownload ko kanina? Ayan, The Bad Breakup. Ayan, ang ganda-ganda to sis, The Bad Breakup. Yan, later ko na lang yun babasahin. Pero for the first talaga, grabe, super ang sweet nila. Tapos nung sa ending nila, hindi na siya maganda. Pero parang may lesson ka din na nakakuha sa kanilang mga stories dito. Marami kang mga lessons na makukuha. Ayan, tapusin ko lang to muna pagbabasa dito. Ayan. So, dito na ako sa, saan naman yun? So, tapos na ako sa Scorpio at saka Aquarius. So, dito na ako sa Aries. Ayan, Aries. Stereotypes often begins because there is some shred of truth to them, but they don't usually represent the real picture. Someone you met today or very soon might seem to fit into a stereotype. It can be easy to believe such a thing and assign someone to a category because they have all the earmarks of that category. But it isn't right or fair, and the lack of fairness doesn't just affect the person in question, but also you, Aries. You could miss out on knowing someone really quiet and interesting. You should resist the temptation to assign categories. Ayan. Ganito din yung Aries, no? Ayan. As stereotypes often begin because there is some shred of truth to them, but they don't usually represent the real picture. Someone you meet today or very soon might seem to fit into a stereotype. Ayan, yun yung Aries daw. So it can be easy to believe such a thing and assign someone to a category because they have all the earmarks of that category. But it isn't right or fair, and the lack of fairness doesn't just affect the person in questions. Ayan. Yan daw yung mga yung mga Aries. Ayan. Ayan. So, but also you Aries, you could miss out on knowing. Ayan, dapat lahat ng bagay talagang aalamin mo, Aries. Yan, you could miss out on knowing. Parang dapat wala kang bagay na hindi mo malalaman, talagang alamin mo. Ayan, talagang aalamin mo siya. Ayan. Someone really quiet, interesting, you should resist the temptation to assign categories. Ayan. Ayan, Aries. Ayan, search mo na lang yan, Aries. Ayan. Sa mga Aries dyan, shoutout ng bongga. At saka shoutout also sa Aquarius. Ayan, shoutout kay Sisi Pakain Vlog. At saka kay Sisi Virgie sa Scorpio. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. And then, let's move to, ayan, dito na ako sa, ayan, sa Taurus. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa mga Tauronian. Ayan. So, March 20 to May 20. So, this is Sunday, November 15. So, you may feel caught in a place now where you want to impress someone, but you also don't want to run the risk of going too far and being totally off. This is tricky spot for you to be in. Dear Taurus, if you worry too much about that someone, Ian, is going to think, or if you are afraid that you won't measure up in some way, then you might limit yourself to doing something very safe to be sure nothing goes wrong, but that you not convey the true power you have at your disposal. Go all in. Be who you are. Ayan. Yung sa mga dyan, Taurus, ayan, ayan, talagang kung sino ka at yun ka. Talagang be yourself, Taurus. Ayan. So, let's proceed to Gemini. Ayan, yung Gemini. Ayan, big love shoutout sa mga Gemini dyan. Sa mga Gemini yan. So, kung sila ay pinanganak ng May 21 to June 20, so, he or she is a Gemini. Ayan. Sunday, November 15. If presented with the concept of a time machine and the choice to travel either forward to the future or back in time, many people would go back in time. That's because they might want to meet interesting people from the past, spend time with loved ones who were gone, or learn more about their ancestors. But you, Gemini, would probably choose to go forward until the unknown. That's because you are a brave adventurer, but today you would be wise to spend some time thinking about an event from your long ago past that may impact something that's happening now. Take a good look and learn from it. Ayan, ayan si Pinay Shirdes, ayan si. Thank you so much. Pinay Swedish, thumbs up dan host, shout out kay host Sisi na maganda. Ayan, thank you so much, Pinay Swedish. Ayan, maganda ka din naman, ayan. Ang ganda-ganda mo nga Pinay Swedish. Maraming salamat, Sisi Pinay Swedish. Ayan, ano yung ba yung mga zodiac sign mo dyan? At babasahin. Ayan, makikinig ka lang dyan. Ayan, makikinig ka lang dyan. Pinay Swedish. Ayan, you're welcome, host. Thank you so much, Sisi. Ayan, so, ano ba yung zodiac sign mo dito? At mabasa ko din. Ayan. Yung mga zodiac sign. Kasi nagbabasa ko dito Ayan, mega love shout out sa iyo dyan. Ayan, shout out, ayan. Basahin mo host yung aking January 21 host. Sige. Yung January 21. I think Aquarius siguro din. January 21. Hindi. Ano to Ayan, ito yung January 21. Ayan, oo nga. January 21 to February 18. Is, yung zodiac sign mo is Aquarius, Pinay Swedish. Yan, kung ikaw ay pinanganak ng from January 20 to February 18. So, ikaw ay Aquarius. Ayan. So, sabi daw dito ng Aquarius, by Sunday, November 15, sabi daw dito is, when you haven't eaten all day, ayan, kung hindi ka daw nakakain, ito, babasahin ko dito. Ito pala, kasi naiintindihan ko kasi kanina si Super Kayon Vlog. Ayan, kung nakarinig ka dyan, ayan. Yun, kapareho kayo ng zodiac sign ni Pinay Swedish. Ayan, yes, host. Ayan, kung hindi ka daw kumain ng buong araw, when you haven't eaten all day, ayan. Kasi alam ko na yan yung Englishera, yan sa Pinay Swedish, ayan. And you are especially hungry. Ayan, siyempre naman, di ba? Pag hindi ka makakain ng buong araw. Ayan, Dolores Riga. Ayan, oo nga, Sisi, Rakayan Vlog. Maraming salamat sa iyo dyan, sis. Tsaka, pag hindi ka pala din kumain ng buong araw, siyempre magugutom pa din naman. And you are especially hungry, yes. And you might imagine a heaping plate of comfort food. And because you're hungry, you might cook up or order for more than you can actually eat. And you may be hungry for something now, Aquarius. You have a ravenous appetite for whatever you feel is missing from your life. And you may be imagining a heaping plate of it. But too much of a good thing is still too much. Be mindful of this as you move forward. Having more than what you need could result in a metaphorical stomach ache. Ayan. Yan daw yan, Pinay-Swedish. Ayan, Pinay-Swedish, baka hindi mo pa yan kadikit si Parkheim Vlog. Ayan, ibaba ko na lang yung link niya dito para magdikitan kayo. Ayan, nagbabalik din naman yan si Parkheim Vlog. Ayan. Babalikan ka din yan. Kasi nag-ALS din yan, si Parkheim Vlog. Ayan. Naano siya kasi sa Korea siya nakatira ngayon. Si Parkheim Vlog. Ayan. Baka, kasi nag-aano din yan, si Pinay-Swedish. Nag-ALS siya tuwing 5 ng hapon until 8. Baka makasali ka sa kanyang pa-entry. Ayan. Ito dito yung, i-ano ko na lang yung pinaka, niya. Tapos monetize channel na din to siya. Ayan, ito na. And baka hindi mo pa to siya kadikit eh. Kasi maraming ninja yan ayan, from Parkheim Vlog, BG lang host, nag-edit lang. Ayan, okay, Pinay-Swedish. Sige. Ito yung niya, ayan. Ito yung link. Ayan, sige. Kasi kung unahan ka na lang ni Sisi Parkhayan siguro, tapos balikan mo na lang. Kasi nag-i-edit ka pala dyan. Ayan. From Pinay-Swedish. Hello, Dolores. Ayan, si Dolores, si Parkhayan Vlog yan. Ang kanyang ninja. Maraming siyang ninja, Pinay-Swedish. Tsaka maidikit niya din sa'yo yung mga ninja niya. Ayan. Dito siguro ay ko na lang. Tapos ilapag ko na lang din yung link mo para kung sinong mauna sa inyo ayan, at saka lang ng bakas at saka makabalik din. Ayan. Baba ko na lang. Baba ko na lang din mamaya sa'yo yung mo. Ayan, ito. Kasi nag-aano yan, si Parkheim Vlog, nag-ALS siya tuwing hapon, tapos nagpapa-entry din siya. Ayan, ito yung, ayan, hindi pala to kasi hindi pa pala nalagyan yung ninja ko ng, sandali lang, mag-comment lang muna yung ninja ko. Para malagyan ko na, wala pa kasi, ayan, nakasalang yung editor ko, mamaya ko balikan yung didikit salamat sa tiwala. Ayan, sige, yung mo na lang pala, yung mo na lang, yung link mo na lang, yung bahay ko mo na lang. Ayan, sandali lang. Ayan, what happened to this? Parang nagsusong siya. Ayan. Ayan. Ano nangyari dito sa akin? Nagsusum siya tapos lumiliit na naman. Ayan. Sige, na lang, yung mo na lang, yung channel mo na lang, ayan. Ayan, ito na lang, Pinay-Swedish. Ayan, yung bahay mo na lang. Ano to nangyari dito? Sa akin, biglang nagsusum. Ayan. Oh my gosh. What is this? Oh my gosh. Ano nangyari dito? Saan ba ako? Ayan, nandiyan na ako. Lumiit na naman siya. Ayan, dyan. Oh my gosh. Lumakay bigla. Tapos lumiit. Ayan na siguro. Ayan, i-reset ko na lang siya. Ayan, lumiit. Bakit? Ayan, may galaw shoutout sa inyo dyan. Ano nangyari dito? Ayan na siya. Ayan, sana hindi na siya bumalik. Ayan. Ayan, sige yung, ilapag ko din yung link. Ayan, din. Hello, what happened? Ano nangyari dito sa akin? My gosh. Tapos, bigla naman siya. Ayan, sana hindi na siya. My God. Ayan, thank you so much. Oh. Oh, wag ka namang ano dyan. Ayan, my gosh. Ano nangyari sa akin? Ayan, sana hindi na siya bumalik. Ayan. Oh my gosh. Ayan na. Oh my gosh, lumiliit siya talaga. Ano nangyari dito? Ayan, thank you so much dyan sa'yo. Pinay Swedish, maraming salamat. At saka kay Sisi Parkayan Vlog dyan. Nakikita nyo ba ang aking screen dito? Nag-aano siya. Hello. Ano nangyari kaya dito? Eh, nag-aano na yung live ko dito. Ano nangyari na kaya sa kanya? Tingnan ko nga. Ayan, thank you so much, Sisi Pinay Swedish. Ayan, dito na lang ako kasi nag-aano siya eh. Ayan, dito na lang ako kasi nag-aano siya eh. Ayan, dito na lang ako kasi nag-aano siya eh. Ay, hindi naman pala nag-aano sa screen. Hayaan ko na lang yan. Ay, hindi naman pala nag-aano sa screen. Ayan, tapos na ako sa Aquarius. Ayan. Oo, tapos. Tapos na ako. So, dito na ako sa, ayan, ito yung link. I-ano ko na lang ilapag sa account ko dito kasi, ayan. Kasi hindi pala, wala pang jacket yung ninja ko dito sa live ko. Ayan. Ayan dito. Maghanap lang ako ng, ano dito is yung maikli na video. Para madali kang isdain. Ayan. Ito yung 1.32. Ayan, para mabilis lang isdain. Ayan. Ito na. Nangyari kaya dito sa screen ko. Ito na sis. Ito na sis. Ayan. 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 Ito yung link ni Pinay Swedish. Ito yung link ni Pinay Swedish. Ayan, shoutout sa inyo dyan ang bonggang-bongga. Ayan, so magbabasa na ako. Ayan, BG lang, kakatapos lang hugas, plato. Sige, Sisi Parkayan Vlog. Ayan, Sisi kasi nag-aano pa daw yun si Pinay Swedish. Nag-i-edit daw siya ngayon. Ayan, kasi babalik na lang daw siya sa'yo. Babalikan ka daw niya after niya pag hindi daw siya busy. Ayan, pag may time ka lang sis, ayan, BG lang kakatapos lang ng hugas. Sige, Sisi Parkayan Vlog. Ayan, Miguel Love shoutout sa'yo dyan. Ayan, so, dito na ako sa, ayan, magbabasa na ako dito. Ayan, babalikan ka lang daw niya sis. Kasi nag-edit pa si Pinay Swedish. Si Pinay Swedish. Ayan. So, tapos na ako sa Aquarius kanina. Kasi Aquarius din si Pinay Swedish. Ayan, so, ayan. Let's proceed na sa, ayan, tapos na ako sa Gemini. So, sa Cancerians na ako. Cancerians, kung siya ay pinanganak ng June 21 to July 22. So, tomorrow is Sunday, November 15. You are tenacious and you have great stamina, Moon child. That means that you always have the capacity to win as long as you are dedicated to it. Right now, those qualities will serve you well if you choose to make a commitment to a goal. But will you? That may be the question on your mind right now, and it's an important one. Yes, you can go the distance if you choose to. Consider carefully what it will take before you launch your effort. But know that the universe support is in your corner. Wow, ang ganda pala ng Cancer. Hello, shoutout dyan sa mga Cancerians. Ayan. Ayan, ikaw ay Cancerians pag pinanganak ka ng June 21 to July 22. Ayan. Yan yung mga Cancerians. So, let's proceed na ako sa Leo. Ayan, shoutout dyan sa'yo, Pinay Swedish. Maraming salamat sa pabichi-bichi mo dyan at saka kay Sisi Parkayan Vlog. Thank you so much. And so, sa Leo na ako. So, yung Leo, kung siya ay pinanganak ng July 23 to August 22, so siya ay Leo. So, today is November 15. So, serious or awkward issues are easier to deal with when there is a bit of humor thrown into the mix. Just think about comedians. They can bring up controversial, embarrassing, or risky issues, and as long as they express them in a funny way, most everyone is okay with that. You may have to discuss a difficult matter very soon. Leo, consider peppering your conversation with humorous insights, anecdotes if you can't find the humor in it. You should be able to find the answer you are looking for. Ayan, yun yung mga Leo ngayon. Ayan, thank you so much, Sisi Perkayan Vlog. Ayan, Whitey Whitey, at saka si Pinay Swedish. Maraming salamat dyan sa inyo. Ayan, tapos, so, dito na ako tapos na ako sa Leo. So, sa Virgo. Sa Virgo na ako ngayon. So, Virgo, August 23 to August 23 to September 22. Ayan, so Sunday, November 15. So when you are building a structure made up of cards, you must have a steady hand. When you are working with a great focus, you have to remain cool and calm. If you begin breathing too hard, perspiring a bit too much, or your hands become shaky, you could cause the structure to crumble in an instant. You may feel as though you are constructing a delicate situation now. Virgo, if you breathe wrong, it could all come falling down. Steady yourself, keep cool, don't worry. You can do this if you remain focused and fixed on your goal and remain calm. Ayan, shoutout sa'yo dyan kasi si Park. Parkhain Vlog na nakikinig lang. Thank you so much for listening, sis. At saka kay maraming salamat sa mga ninja mo dyan, si Parkhain Vlog, at saka kay Nice Swedish. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig ngayon. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. At saka dito na ako sa Libra. So, ang Libra ay siya ay pinanganak ng September 23 to October 22. So, siya ay Libra. So, Sunday, November 15. There are people who avoid eye contact. There may be many reasons for this. They may be shy or easily intimidated. They may have something to hide. They may not feel comfortable with that kind of intimate connection. After all, the eyes are the window of the soul. Ayan, tama naman, no? Yung eyes natin is, siya ang bintana ng ating soul. Ayan. Tama naman, di ba? After all, the eyes are the window of the soul. If you are now dealing with someone who won't look you in the eye either literally or figuratively, don't jump to any conclusions, Libra. There is more than one reason why this might be happening. Take some time to figure it out. Ayan, yun yung mga Libra, no? So, dapat pala is, ayan. So, alam mo na yan, Libra. Ayan. So, let's proceed to ayan, tapos na ako sa Scorpio. Ay, si Virgin kanina. So, dito na ako sa Sagittarius. Ayan, yung Sagittarius is 11/22 to December 21. So, tomorrow is Sunday, November 15. If you have ever had a relationship that has brought tension and aggravation, you have probably fantasized about walking away and never seeing that person again. The same could be said for goals that have not worked out, but that kind of fantasy is only a realist. Giving. Ayan, shoutout sa iyo, Pinay Swedish. Thank you so much. Ayan, sa pabidyo-bidyo dyan. At ayan, the same could be a seed for goals that have not worked out, but that kind of fantasy is only a realist. Giving you respite from the stress for a little while if you are now on the verge of calling it quiet in a relationship or a pursuit, you need to recognize that this is only a temporary feeling. Don't do anything that could make it permanent. Ayan, mega love shout out kay Sisi Parkheim Vlog dyan at saka kay Pinay Swedish. Ayan, thank you so much. Ayan, sa inyong pakikinig dyan. Ayan, maraming salamat sa inyo dyan. Mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Ayan, from Dolores Rica. Ayan, Sisi Parkhain Vlog. Ayan, harang pa. Ayan, maraming salamat sa harang dyan. Sisi Parkhain Vlog. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan ng bonggang-bongga. Maraming salamat talaga. Ayan, so, dito na ako sa Capricorn. Ayan, thank you so much, Sisi Parkhain Vlog, sa harang dyan. Ayan, sa paglalaro ng aking harang dyan. Thank you so much talaga, sis. At saka kay Pinay Swedish dyan, maraming salamat. Thank you so much sa pakikinig. Ayan, thank you so much. At saka, dito na ako sa Capricorn. Ayan, Capricorn, kung siya ay pinanganak ng December 22 to January 19. Ayan yung Capricorn. So, Sunday, November 15. It's easy to be critical when you disagree with someone's opinions. If a person expresses a point of view that is very different from yours, you might begin to see them in a certain way. Well, which will cause you to feel harsh toward this person or turn away from them. But you can change someone's minds by educating them. Ayan. Ayan yung Capricorn, no? Change nila yung someone's minds through someone's mind by educating them. Ayan, Capricorn. If you find yourself at odds with someone on an important point now, don't give into feelings or animosity. Teach them. Share your thoughts with them. You might be able to change someone's mind with a warmer approach. Ayan, warmer approach yung ano dyan. Ayan. Talagang change mo siya, I think siguro pag yung sa mga warm mo na approach sa kanya, tsaka pagiging friendly, at tsaka pag ganon, talagang ma-share mo sa kanya yung mga ano mo, siguro ma-change mo siya. I think siguro mga advices, yung mga advice. Tapos ma-educate mo siya through your advices. And then, ayan, yun yung Capricorn. Ayan, maraming salamat sa iyo, Capricorn. At meron kang ma-change na mind ng isang tao na makikinig sa iyo. Ayan, so tapos na ako. Tapos na din ako. So, ito magbabasa ako dito ng love stories. Ayan, talagang gusto ko na to na babasahin. Itong dito yung ano niya, ang ganda talaga to, yung title nito is A Bad Breakup. Kasi may mga lessons ka din na makukuha nito Ayan. Ayan, dito na ako. Dito na ako sa romance. Ayan, romance. Ayan. Read now. Ayan, gusto ko talaga magbabasa nito. Ayan, thank you so much. Ayan, ito na. Ayan yung ano nila. Cecilia sat on the plane. Her first class seat luxurious and insanely. Ayan, big love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Shoutout ng bonggang-bongga kay Sisi Prakain Vlog at saka kay Pinay Swedish at saka maraming salamat din sa iyo, Sisi Prakain, sa mga ninja mo dyan. Ayan, thank you so much. At saka, of course, kay Pinay Swedish. Thank you sa pagsistay dyan at pakikinig. Ayan, maraming salamat. Ayan, Jimmy Pepito sa Tamsak din. Tamsak dan, Ging Guapa. Ayan, thank you so much. Jimmy Pepeto Osabel. Maraming salamat sa pagpunta mo ngayon. Ayan, harang pa. Ayan, Jimmy Pepeto Osabel. Bakit may tuwad? Ayan, ewan ko, G-Mark. Hayaan mo na lang yung tuwad dyan. Baka yun na yung ikakasaya niya. At saka, baka, pag nagtutuwad siya, nako. Kasi kung ano daw ginagawa mo sa iyong papa, ayan, babalik din yan sa'yo daw. Ayan, hayaan mo na yan dyan. Siya magpipito, ayan. Ayan, pero ano naman okay lang yon ayan. No problem sa mga nagtuwa dyan. Ayan. Shoutout sa mga nagtuwa dyan. Ayan. Shoutout sa lahat na dito from Jemic Osabel. Ayan, Miguel love shoutout sa iyo dyan. Sino ba nagtuwad para tuwaran din natin? Ewan ko, Jemic. Kaya ano na lang yon ayan. Kasi babalik din naman sa kanya yan. That's okay lang. Ayan, marami ako pwede ninja dito. Ituwad ko sa kanya. Ayan, ano na lang yan, J-Mark. Kaya ano na lang yan dyan. Ayan. Ayan. Hayaan mo na lang yung mga nagtuwa dyan. Ayan. Kasi, baka yun yung ikakasaya din nila, no? Sa kapwa nila. Pero hindi naman maganda yan. Nasisiyahan sila pag magtuwa ng ganun. Kasi, hindi nila alam na babalik din sa kanila yan. Kasi kahit hindi natin siya nakikita, pero mayroon na nakakita sa kanya. It's a big deal talaga yung tuwa, no? Pero kaya ano na lang yan dyan. Hindi naman pwede yan ma-big deal. Ayan. Okay lang yan. Okay lang. Yan, mega love shoutout sa mga nagtuwa dyan. Ayan, thank you so much. Nako, yung mga nagtuwa dyan, nako, take care lang sa pagtuwa baka mayroon makakita ng joke. Ayan. Mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. And so, dito na ako, no, sa, ayan. Ayan, shoutout sa'yo dyan, Pinay Swedish and Sisi Prakain Vlog. Thank you so much. At saka kay J. Mark, kay Pedo Osabel, maraming salamat dyan sa pagpunta ngayon. Nandito na ako, so, um, sabi daw dito, her first class seat luxurious and insanely comfortable. It might have been the first time in her limited travel experience that she didn't feel like cattle shoe into the back of of a truck and instead like an actual person with wants and needs. Ayan. Ito na yung love stories. Love stories ng English. Ayan. Tapos sabi na dito, she just closed her eyes when someone sat down in the empty seat next to her. Ayan. She just closed her eyes daw, sabi dito. Siyempre, close na yung eyes niya. Tapos, no, sa someone, no, na sat down in her empty seat. Ayan, I think siguro, yung pagkinikwanitos. So, kung saan siya nakaupo, so, may empty seat doon. Tapos, yung someone din na sa ano niya, katabi niya. She just closed her eyes when someone, ayan, pumipikit pala yung eyes niya habang when someone sat down, ay, when someone yung tao na yon na tumabi sa kanya in the empty seat next to her. Ayan. Rustling accompanied the movement as the person got settled. Ayan, rustling accompanied the movement as the person got settled. Ayan. Can I get you anything, the flight attendant asked. Sabi dito ng, siguro sabi niya, can I get you anything, the flight attendant asked. Ayan. A whiskey. And can I get you anything, the flight attendant asked. Yung flight attendant pala, no, nag-a-ask. Can I get you anything? Ayan, sabi ng flight attendant. A whiskey, ayan. Every hair stood up on Cecilia's neck. Ayan. Every hair stood up on Cecilia's neck. Yan lahat ng every hair stood up. Sabi niya dito, oh, Ted, no. It couldn't possibly be. Ayan. And mega love shout out sa inyo dyan, J. Mark. And Pinay Swedish, thank you so much. At saka kay Sisi Parkhayon Vlog, mega love shout out sa inyo dyan. Thank you so much sa pakikinig. Ayan, so sabi dito she clenched her lids tightly, absolutely refusing to open them. No, she was imaging things. It had been years since she'd heard that voice. Too many years. Ayan. Here you go, Mr. McGregor. Oh, fact. Ayan, haha. Sabi ni Sisi Pakayong Vlog. Ayan, thank you so much sa'yo dyan, sis. Ayan, sabi dito, she clenched her lids tightly, absolutely refusing to open them. Sabi niya, no, she was imaging things. It had been years since she'd heard that voice. Ayan. Pepeto Isabel, shout out from Sisi Parkhayon Vlog. And shout out daw sa iyo, J. Mark, from Sisi Parkhayon Vlog. Ayan. Ano ba yung nangyayari dito? Sa aking computer. Ayan. Bumaya siya. Ayan. Ayan, sabi ni Sisi Parkhayon Vlog. Ayan, sabi niya dito, oh fuck, sabi niya, her eyes flew open, but she didn't move her head. She couldn't chance it, but she did raise a peek out of the corner of her eye, and that was enough to have dread twisting her stomach into knots. Ayan, sabi dito, her eyes flew open, but she didn't move her head. She couldn't chance it, but she did raise a peek out of the corner of her eye, and that was enough to have dread twisting her stomach into knots. Ayan. Sabi na dito. Ayan. No, it couldn't be, sabi niya. So she'd booked this flight last minute, deciding to use the voucher gifted to her by Abby after she and Jordan and returned from their honeymoon. Ayan. Ayan, sabi daw dito, she'd booked this flight last minute. Ayan, nag-book daw siya ng flight last minute, deciding to use the voucher gifted to her by Abby, after she and Jordan had returned from their honeymoon. Oh, so sweet. Ayan. Cecilia's life had felt stagnant. She'd needed to get away, and she'd had a free flight and hotel. It made sense to use it, however, last minute. Ayan. Plus, everything had worked out. There had been one first class seat open, only one cabin at her dream resort. And now she was sitting next to Colin McGregor. Flight attendants armed the doors. The pilot voice chimed through the plane's speakers. A thud signaled her last avenue of escaping disappearing, and she was trapped on a non-stop flight for 12 hours with a man who'd left her at the altar. Yan. With a man who'd left her at the altar. How was this possibly her life? Ayan. Cecilia, that masculine voice, and asked, Is it really you? And just like all the times before, her eyes were drawn to him. Ayan, thank you so much. Ayan. She'd never been able to ignore him, not Colin, not even when he did. But this time was different. She was too weak. She wasn't a vulnerable girl in a rough place. Ayan. She'd been through hell and back. Colin had no power over her, not anymore. Ayan. Cecilia put in her earbuds and turned her back on the man who devastated her world 6 years before. Yan, bigla lang shoutout dyan kay Sisi Porkain Vlog at saka kay Pinay Swedish and J. Mike Osaba. Ayan, thank you so much. Ayan, ano na kasi ngayon, it's 1 and 26 minutes. Ayan, 1 and 26 minutes na ngayon. So, sabi daw dito is, ganyan. Ayan, maraming salamat dyan sa iyo, Sisi, Porkain Vlog, sa pakikinig. Ayan, sa Palnayak, hi! Ayan, shoutout sa iyo, sa Palnayak. Miguel love shoutout sa iyo. How are you now? Ayan. Tapos sabi dito, she'd been through hell and back. Colin had no power over her. Not anymore. Ayan, last connection, wifi kami game. Lost connection kayo, Sisi Porkain Vlog. Okay. Ayan, sa Talnayak, I'm fine. Ayan, Porkain Vlog, tuwing gabi, hi. Ganun ba, Sisi? Buti na lang nag-LS kapag, mga 5. Kasi pag gabi, parang nawawala na siya. Ayan. And you, I am fine too as well sa Talnayak. Ayan. Siguro ganun yan, Sisi. Ikot-ikot na. Okay. Sige, sis. Okay lang, sis. Sisipra kayo. Oo, kasi sa akin din dito, sis. Nagaganyan din siya minsan. Nag-aano din siya, yung, ko dito. Ayan. Si Aling Luding. Ayan. Report para maayos nila. Oo, minsan, tapos nag-aano din ako, tumatawag din ako pag gano'n. Minsan kasi nagganyan sila din yan sa akin dito. Nawawala yung signal niya. Ayan. Yung classmate nga namin nga si umiiyak eh. Yan yung sa vlog ko, umiiyak siya dahil sa signal. Sa signal nila pag online class namin sa umaga. Ayan. Sana bumalik. Oo, babalik yan sis. Ano din ba yung gamit nyo dyan sis? PLDT din ba? Or ano? Baka iba din yan sa Korea. Same lang ba yung PLDT? International ba yan sis? Oo, babalik yan sis. Baka mabalik yan. Ayan. Tapos sabi daw dito is, she'd been through hell and back. Ayan. Tapos, sabi dito, Colin had no power over her. Ayan, tapos na ako dito. So, dito na ako sa, ayan, SK Internet kami, sis. Okay. SK Internet pala dyan sa inyo, sis. Sa ano, call ko muna asawa ko. Sige, sis. Sige, sis, ipa-fine vlog. Sige, i-call mo siya. Ayan. Iba pala dyan sa, sa labas. SK Internet. Iba pala yung name dyan. Ayan. And dito na ako sa, gusto ko itong mabasa yung, ayan. How to love. I love this. How to love. Paano nga, no? Pag mag-love. How to love. Paano ba mag-love? Ayan, ito yung introduction before. Rina Montero has loved sour, grounded for as long as she can remember, as natural as breathing, as endless as time, but she'd never seemed to notice. Ayan, dito na ako muna sa the law of attraction. Ayan, dito na ako sa, ayan, my gosh, what is happening? Ayan, ito na. Kasi gusto ko din ito yung mabasa eh. How to love. Yung title niya is How to Love. Ayan, nag-love shoutout sa dalawang nandyan. Ayan. Ayan, Sisi Parkain Vlog. Ayan, shoutout sa iyo. Ayan, maraming salamat sa pakikinig dyan. Ayan. At saka kay, ayan, Pinay Swedish. Thank you so much. Ito nandito ako is, gawin ko na lang siyang 2 hours. Ayan, mag-e-end siguro ako by 11. 11, ayan. 11 siya tama, magiging 2 and 30 minutes siya. Kasi it's 10:04 na ngayon. Ayan, so dito na ako sa The Moral Right of Cathy Cotogno and Alloy Entertainment to be identified as the author of this work as being asserted in accordance with the Copyright Design and Patents Act 1988. All rights reserved. No part of this publication may reproduce or transmitted in any form by any means, electronic, including photograph, recording, or any information storage and retrieval system without, oh my gosh, without permission. So, hindi na ba ako dito mag-proceed? Ayan. Sabi dito, so beautifully written, fresh, and real. I honestly couldn't read this book fast enough. I just loved every second of it. This book was an absolute delight to read. A fantastic book, emotional and heartbreaking. Favorite book I've read in a long time. And leaves you a critical speechless. Ayan. And favorite book I've read in a long time. Ayan, mega love shoutouts sa inyo dyan. And I've been looking for Sower for half a lifetime when I find him standing in front of the Slurpee machine at the 7-Eleven on Federal Highway, gazing through the window at the fluorescent neon bright. Ayan. Hindi ko na to siguro iko-continue kasi parang may ano siya. Dito na lang ako sa ayan, Menchu Lizardi. Good evening po. Good evening sa iyo, Menchu Lizardi. Ayan, musta ka na dyan? Ano ba yung horoscope mo? At babasahan kita ng iyong horoscope. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa iyo dyan, Menchu. Menchu, ayan, bigyan kita ng ng jacket dyan. At makapangista ka dyan, Menchu Lizardi. Good evening din sa iyo. Mega love shoutout sa iyo dyan, Menchu. Ano po yun, host? Yung zodiac sign mo, ano ba yung pinanganak? Anong month ka ba pinanganak? Yan. At saka yung date. Ayan, maraming salamat sa thumbs up mo dyan, Mencho Lizardi. Ayan, thank you so much. Yan, bigyan kita ng jacket dyan. Ayan, yung, may jacket ka na dyan, Mencho. Ayan, maraming salamat sa thumbs up mo dyan, Mencho. Anong buwan ka pa ipinanganak? At recall ko dito yung, at para marinig mo yung ayan, November 26, 1999 po. Sige, Mencho Lizardi. Ayan. November 26 is, ito na yung zodiac sign mo dito. Kasi for tomorrow to eh. Ayan. Kung ano ba yung mafe-feel mo for tomorrow? Kasi ito yung mangyayari is pag nakaramdam ka ng ganito tomorrow is baka Sagittarius. Tingnan ko. Ayan. Ito yung Sagittarius ka, Mencho Lizardi. Kasi kung ikaw ay pinanganak ng November 22 to December 21, so ikaw ay Sagittarius. Ayan. Ito yung sa'yo Sunday, November 15. Yan, if you have ever had a relationship. Ayan, may relationship ka na ba, Mencho Lizardi? Hello, Mencho. Nandyan ka pa ba, Mencho? Okay po, ma'am. Thank you po. Hehehe. Ayan. Oo. Sige, i-visit ko mamaya yung channel mo, Ililist ko na lang dito at baka hindi pa tayo kadikit dyan. Ayan, don't forget na idikit mo si host. At babalikan kita mamaya. Ayan. Babalikan kita after my live. Ayan, still watching po. Sige, Mencho. Ayan. If you have ever had a relationship, meron ka na bang relationship that you has brought tension and aggravation? Ayan. May relationship ka na ba dyan, Mencho? Ayan, Mencho Lizardi. Ayan, i-visit ko mamaya yung channel mo. Dan Dikit host. Thank you so much, Mencho Lizardi. Ayan, sabi na dito ng iyong zodiac sign is, if you have ever had a relationship that has brought tension and aggravation. Ayan, isi-search ko yan. Ayan, Mencho Lizardi. Yes po. Oh, talaga ba? Pero ba sa'yo? Nagdadala ba sa'yo ng tension yan? Yung relationship mo ngayon? Meron ka bang tension at saka aggravation yan? Isa-search ko muna yung tension at saka aggravation. Ayan. Tension. Ayan. Pero nagdadala ba sa iyo yan? Yung relationship mo? Ng tension. Ayan. Yung tension dito is, tension. Ayan. Yung tension is inner striving, unrest, imbalance. Ayan. Ano po yan, ma'am? Yung if you have a relationship at saka nagdadala sa iyo ng tension at saka isi-search ko muna dito at saka aggravation. Ayan. Kasi Pinoy nga tayo. Ayan. Nagsisearch pa muna ako dito. Ayan. Yung tension at saka aggravation. Ayan. Tension. And sabi daw dito ng tension is pagkabahala or pagkaigting. Pagkakahigpitan. Ayan. Parang hinihigpitan ka ng iyong ka-relationship. Hinihigpitan ka niya. Tension. Tapos yung aggravation, parang hinihigpitan ka, parang siya talaga sa'yo. Nang hinihigpitan ka kahit sa panunood mo. Ayan. Ganun ba ngayon yung relationship mo? Tapos dito, aggravation. Ayan. Ayan yung aggravation. Dito is pagpapalubaha, paglala. Ayan, sabi daw dito. Ayan, yan niya daw dito. Yung, OMG, katakot naman po, ma'am. Hihihi. Oo. Yung pagpapalubha sa'yo. At saka yung, pero nakaranas ka na ba ngayon? Or ilang, ano mo na ba yan? Ilang BF mo na siya? Kasi, before to eh. Kasi yung, ano ba yung BF mo ba ngayon is, ano ba? Okay naman. Pero baka kung hindi naman, kung mabait naman siya, baka ibang Sagittarius. Ayan. Baka hinihigpitan siya. Ayan. Tapos yung pagkalala, hindi pa naman po, ma'am, okay naman po. Okay. Oo, kasi sabi daw dito, baka hindi naman sa'yo yan nangyari, baka sa iba naman din na. Yan, LDR lang, hihi. LDR kayo pala. Okay. It's okay yung LDR kaysa kasi malalaman mo talaga yung, pero pag kahit na LDR, parang hinihigpitan ka ba niya? Medyo. Kasi meron ding LDR na parang tinatawagan ka palagi at saka hinigpitan ka niya sa lahat ng bagay na nagpapaano sa iyo. Ayan. Kasi sabi daw dito is sa iyong, ayan, sa Sagittarius. Ayan. If you have ever had a relationship, ayan, minsan po, hehehe. Okay. Pag ano kasi yan, pag lalo na pag maglalapit kayo, yan, malalaman mo yan, Lizard. Yeah. Kung magkasama kayo. Kasi malalaman mo talaga yung, parang, nafe-feel mo yung, ano doon, yung, yung, kung paano kanya i-trade, ayan, i-trade. If you have a relationship that has brought tension and aggravation, ayan, if you have ever had, kung meron ka daw na gano'n, no? Tapos, you have probably fantasize about walking away. Ayan. You have probably daw fantasize about walking away and never seeing that person again. Kasi diba naranasan mo na yan, medyo eh. Yung mga ganon, yung tension mo at saka aggravation mo na yung nagpapalala sa'yo at saka yung mga paghihigpit niya. Tapos, syempre, yung gagawin mo din is you have probably fantasized about walking away. Walang gusto, parang, syempre kasi saka lalayuan mo siya syempre, no? You have probably fantasies about walking away and never seeing that person again. Ayan, gusto mong lumayo sa kanya para hindi mo na siya makita until hindi mo siya talaga kasi naranasan mo na yun sa kanya eh, kaya ayaw mo na siya makita ulit yan. Hindi mo na siya gusto na makita pa muli. Dahil sa ganun, di ba? Tapos sabi dito is, the same could be said for goals that have not worked out. Ayan. So, kung same lang naman na yung mga sinasabi niya na talagang hindi naman nag-work out. But that kind of fantasy, but yun daw, yung mga kind ng fantasy daw is only a release giving you a respite from the stress for a little while. Ayan, yung mga ganun daw, medyo is talagang nag-aano daw sa'yo, no? Parang nagbibigay din sa'yo ng stress. Parang nasi-stress ka din, pero hindi naman sobra na pagka-stress. A little lang, di ba? A little. If you are now on the verge of calling it quits in a relationship, ayan. If you are now on the verge of calling it quits in a relationship, talagang mag-quit ka, di ba? Or a pursuit. You need to recognize that this is only a temporary feeling. Ayan, temporary feeling lang pala yan, medyo. Okay. Ayan. May temporary feelings lang siya. So, don't do anything that could make it permanent. Ayan. Hindi mo daw siya gagawin na kahit sa anuman, hindi mo daw siya gagawin kahit sa anumang bagay na magiging permanent siya. Na magiging permanent. Guys, nakita mo, oy, ho, ho, ho. Oo. Oo, kasi yan sabi daw dito, eh, kasi for tomorrow to ha, Sunday, kaya ayan, duot sa bukog hihi LDR ba. Ayan, okey lang yan. Mas maganda nga yung LDR, eh, kasi hindi mo siya nafi-feel yung mga gano'n, 'di ba? Pero yung mafi-feel mo lang siya 'pag magkalapit kayo kasi 'pag magkalapit kayo tapos ah, always kayong magkasama. Ah, so sa Monday ma'am host, iba naman. Oo, iba naman sa Monday. Tapos Sunday lang, sa Sunday lang yung maano nito, parang mafi-feel mo siya by Sunday, yung mga ganito daw. Pero on Sunday daw, so don't do anything daw that could make it permanent. Ayan, hindi mo daw ano, hindi hindi ka daw gagawa ng kahit anuman na na maka-make it permanent. Ayan, sabi dito. Makagawa ka ng talagang permanent, sabi dito. Naku, lagot yun tomorrow, hahaha. Naku, just pray lang medyo, hindi naman sa ano, kasi minsan din naman kahit na LDR, 'di ba, meron din nag-aaway ng gano'n din, tapos sa sobrang mong galit sa kanya sabi mo, "Ay, ayoko na talaga, ayoko na sa'yo at saka hindi ko na gusto na magkita tayo." Parang gano'n, gano'n, 'di ba? Pero just pray lang medyo na sana hindi naman mangyari 'yan sa'yo. Ayan, ayan. Talaga. Tapos ano ko din sa'yo dito yung medyo yung ano mo, yung love appears. Gusto ko 'to, eh. Sandali lang, ah. Gusto ko 'to basahin, yung horoscope na 'to. Yung mga tandem, horoscope, for love. Ayan, gusto ko 'to, for love. I mean host, hehehe. Ayan. Shoutout sa'yo diyan. Ayan, medyo may babasahin pa ako dito, ah. Ayan, love horoscope. Ayan, talagang gusto ko 'to babasahin ngayon at saka ise-share din sa gusto pang, makinig nito. Kasi ako naman is, talagang mahilig ako nito 'no, mahilig ako dati pa nagbabasa na ako ng mga horoscope, talagang excited ako kahit sa newspaper lang. Talaga, parang tinitingnan ko kung ano ba yung mangyari sa'kin today, ano ba yung mangyari sa'kin tomorrow, parang mga gano'n, parang excited ako. Tapos magiging aware din ako 'pag ano yung mangyari sa'yo bukas, ayan. From the word horror, naku, katakot na po, eh. Ayan, oo nga 'no, kasi horror, nakakatakot 'yan. Ayan, dito na ako, medyo sa ano, sa love horoscope. Ano kaya 'to? I love this. Sige, babasahin ko muna yung sa'yo. Wow! Dito na ako medyo, ah, eto na kasi dito sa Saturday, November, ayan, dito ako muna sa ano, sa sa ano lang, for tomorrow. Ay, naka-unlock sa today na lang. Ito, Sagittarius, ayan, Saturday ngayon. Saturday, November 14, ayan. If you are in a relationship, ayan, sabi dito, you will not be sure that your sentimental life is perfect. Ayan, ako dyan, medyo excited. Sabi daw dito, you will not be sure that your sentimental life is perfect. Ayan. Sentimental life is perfect daw. Or that you have absolutely everything you were looking for. Your partner will probably think the same about you. Yan, totoo po yan, ma'am. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, totoo? Nagiging tumpak ba medyo? Kasi dito sabi niya, or that you have absolutely everything you are looking for. Your partner will probably think the same about you. Ayan, ako medyo, yung partner mo din nag-iisip daw ng kung ano mo, kung ano yung iniisip mo, parang the same daw sa'yo. Ayan, you will not be sure. Hindi ka daw sure sa mga sentimental na sa life mo na perfect talaga. So that you have absolutely everything you were looking for. Your partner will probably think the same about you. But remember that it is not about perfect. Ayan. Pero remember mo siya talaga mention na that it is not about perfect, na hindi naman na lahat pala yon ay hindi naman about sa perfect, 'di ba? Parang hindi naman ano ba 'yun? Hindi ako makaano pero hindi ko siya ma-explain. Pero ito daw sabi dito, alam ko naman siguro na intindihan mo to, but remember that it is not about perfect. Hindi naman 'yun na about sa perfect lang na relationship, but about congenial. Ayan, about congenial din. Just sabi dito, about congenial differences and making the relationship perfect for you. Ayan, rigid perfect ma'am host kasi temporary feeling low. Oo, oo, alam mo actually sorry. Oo, kasi kanina na 'di ba? Hindi perfect kasi temporary lang nga siya, no? Kasi bata ka pa naman eh. Parang hindi pa yan siguro, hindi pa siguro masasabi na true love. Siguro mga first love pa yan or puppy love, mga ganun. Kasi ano ka pa? Ayan. Kasi 1999 ka, 'di ba? So you are 21 now? 21 or 20? Ayan, 20 ka pa. Ayan. So, if you are not in a relationship, ayan dito, you enter a stage where your path will be clear. Puppy dog, haha, puppy dog talaga. Ayan, bigla lang shoutout sa'yo from Inchili Lizardi. Ayan, sabi dito. You enter a stage where your path will be clear. Begin moments of calm and reflection where you will get away from the resentment of past relationships. Ayan, may past relationships ka daw. You enter a stage where your path will be clear. Talagang darating din yan sa panahon na talagang ang lahat daw ay magiging klaro sa'yo. Ayan, magiging klaro sa'yo. Ayan. Ayan, begin moments of calm and reflection where you will get away. Ayan, talagang, ayan, where you will get away from the resentment of past relationships that do not bring peace to your soul. Oh my gosh. Mincho, ayan. Hindi talaga yung soul mo daw, no? Do not bring your peace to your soul. This will allow you to continue discovering every day a new opportunity. Ayan, Mincho, sabi daw dito is, this will allow you to continue discovering every day a new opportunity. Talagang magdi-discover ka ng mga bagong oportunidad sa iyo na darating sa iyong buhay, Mincho Lizardi. Kaya don't love too much. Kasi that too much is dangerous. Yeah. Dangerous talaga. O diba, parang nalalasing ka, umiinom ka ng too much, diba? Talaga tama naman yan eh. Don't drink too much. Kasi pag too much na yan talaga, it's very dangerous. Ayan, sana si future ay opportunity na ahaha. Oo, Mincho. Kasi sabi dito eh, tapos ito yung compatibility mo. Ayan, compatibility mo. Ayan, makikinig ka sa mga compatibility mo sa guitar. Sagittarius. Sagittarius ka kasi, tama ba Sagittarius? Oo. Kasi November. Ayan, yung compatibility mo dito is Aries. Aries. And Taurus. Compatibility mo din yung Taurus. At saka Sagittarius and Gemini. Ayan. Ay, yung compatibility mo sa, sa Aries Sagittarius is, talagang full siya talaga. Titingnan ko yung details niya. Ayan, naka-unlock siya. Tapos yung Sagittarius, yung compatibility mo sa Taurus is 3-star lang siya. Kaya maghahanap ka ng compatibility mo sa Sagittarius is Aries yung yung compatibility mo na the best, at saka yung Gemini, Sagittarius, compatibility mo din. Naka 5 star siya dito. Ayan, Mincho. Ayan, pag may manlikaw sa iyo for your future, ayan. Yan yung future mo is Gemini. Gemini yan, yung future mo. At saka Aries. Tapos, sa Cancerians, hindi masyadong dito. Yung mo lang dito, compatibility is Gemini at saka Aries, yung compatibility future mo. Ayan. Tapos, yung Leo, titingnan natin. Ayan, yung Leo din. The best din sa'yo, Mencho. Leo. Tapos, tingnan natin yung compatibility mo sa Virgo. Why should ko sweeties gugma host hihi? Basin mo about ang true love hihi. Oo nga, Mencho. Ayan. Talagang darating din yan yung true love mo. Pero Mencho ha, yung compatibility mo dito is Leo, at saka Gemini, at saka Aries. Yung the best compatibility mo dito. Tapos titingnan natin sa Libra. Ayan, naka-4 lang siya. Pero yung the best mo kanina is yung Leo talaga, at saka Gemini. The best sa'yo. Tapos Sagittarius, titingnan natin yung compatibility mo. Sa Scorpio, hindi siya maganda yung compatibility nyo. Tapos Sagittarius to Sagittarius, hindi maganda yung compatibility nyo ng Sagittarius and Sagittarius. And, oh my gosh, yung na dito na compatibility is Sagittarius and Capricorn. Nako, pag may manligaw sa'yo ng Capricorn, hindi maganda yung compatibility nyo. Tapos dito, Sagittarius and Aquarius, the best compatibility. Mention Lizardi. Sagittarius and Aquarius, the best siya. Dito, ayan, Sagittarius and Pisces. Ayan, hindi din. Pag manligaw sa'yo na Pisces, hindi mo din kasi hindi the best yung compatibility niyo. Ay, characteristic of Sagittarius. Ayan, ito yung characteristic mo. Mention Lizardi. Sagittarians are self-starter. Are self-starter, optimistic, and very creative. Very creative ka daw, Sagittarians. Self-starter, optimistic, and very creative. They believe in ethics. Ayan. Mag-single na lang po, mami. Oo, mas maganda din yan. Pero, syempre, hindi naman sa lahat na din na magiging single tayo, no? Kasi, mas din, mas masaya din pag may meron kang BL, ayan. Pero talagang yung hahanapin mo lang is yung mga compatibility mo, like, yung compatibility mo is Aquarius. Ito yung compatibility mo dito sa Sagittarians. Aquarius, at saka Leo, at saka Gemini. Ito yung compatibility mo, Sagittarius. Hindi din maganda sa yung Pisces. Hindi kayo compatibility. Tapos ito yung ito yung characteristic mo dito is Sagittarians are self-starter, optimistic, and very creative. They believe in ethics and they defend the causes they consider to be fair. Ayan. Sagittarians have an adventurous spirit. They love reading and traveling and are in constant search of new experiences. It's a honest and sincere sign and their most important virtue is modesty. Ayan, modesty daw. Isa-search ko yung modesty. Ayan. Ito yung mga element pala, mga element ng Sagittarius. Ayan, element. fire. More details for Sagittarius. The element fire. Planet Jupiter. Opposite sign Gemini. Ayan, ito yung opposite sign mo. Kasi the best tandem mo to. Tapos yung colors mo, yung lucky colors mo, Sagittarius, is purple, violet, lavender. And gemstone, turquoise, pearl, lapis, lazuli. And mga lucky numbers mo, Sagittarius. Ito na yung lucky numbers. 5, 26, 34, 43, 44, 60. Ayan, Minchu. Ito yung mga lucky numbers mo ngayon. 5, 26, 34, 43, 44, and 60. Lucky numbers. Tapos yung lucky colors mo is purple, violet, and lavender. Pag sa gemstone naman is turquoise, pearl, lapis, lazuli, tama ba? Yan. So, let's proceed na tayo. Ito yung mga love. And, yan. Yan, maganda yung mga ano mo dito sa Sagittarius. Ayan. Thank you so much dyan sa iyo, Sagittarius. Ayan, dito na ako sa ayan, dito ako. Let's proceed to Aries. Ayan, thank you po, ma'am, host sa knowledge. Oo nga, Mincho. Kaya pag mag-love ka, don't love too much. Kasi that too much na yan is a very dangerous. Alam mo naman yun, di ba? Kaya pag mag-love ka, talagang i-observe mo muna yung tao. I-observe mo muna siya kung talagang nagmamahal ba siya ng nagmamahal sa'yo. Talagang hindi lang ikaw yung dapat magmahal sa kanya. Siyempre, siya magmahal din sa'yo dapat para both kayo. Ayan. So, ito na yung Aries. And if you are in a relationship, Aries, it is an ideal time to take serious care of your partner. Remember that strong relationships are developed. And di ko kasi alam mga zodiac sign. Now I know what I am. Lisod English. Oo talaga. Kasi nga ako nahihirapan din ka. Kasi Filipino tayo di ba? Filipino tayo, Mincho. Kaya hindi naman din tayo English. Kaya mahirapan tayo mag-translate. And gusto ko pa mention dito yung mga year. Babasahin ko yung year. Yung mga year. Yearly horoscope. Yearly horoscope. Or zodiac sign. Gusto ko din to Yan, 1999 ka, diba? So, dito na tayo. Hindi ko pa nabasa yung iba sa mga ano. Ayan. Malapit na din ako mag-end by 11. Pero gusto ko din ma-discover yung mga yearly, yung mga year of the rat, mga yearly. And my true horoscope of birth. Yan, I love this. I love this. Ano kaya to? Gusto ko yung mga lucky-lucky, mga lucky color, mga lucky numbers. Ayan, baka nakikinig ka sa mga lucky numbers mo kanina, Mencho. Nako. I-maintain mo yan, baka lalabas sa loto. Mga lucky numbers. Ayan, nag-aano ka ba sa loto? Pero hindi ka mag-aano, baka mauubos yung pera mo dyan sa loto na to. Yan, dito na ako. Ayan. Gusto ko to din. Bakit nasa astrology to? Ayan, dito you have got to get in touch with yourself preferably at a really deep level. Make sure you've got the time and space to ask yourself the big question you may not get another chance soon. Ayan, sabi daw dito sa'yo Sagittarius. Bakit may mga ganun to? Sa astrology kasi to astrology. Gusto ko may mga ganun eh. Mga complete talaga. Dito ako sa... Bakit kaya ano to? Ayan. Yung yearly, I like the yearly. Hindi ako nagaganda nito. I-uninstall ko siya muna. Ayan. Mega love shoutout sa'yo, Jan Mincho. Ayan. Ito na ako sa... Gusto ko yung tarot card reading. Tarot card reading. Horoscope. Ayan. Horoscopes. Gusto ko yung mga ganun. Ay, hindi to. Iba to. Dito pala ako pupunta. Yan, Miguel Love shoutout sa'yo dyan, Minchu. Oo nga talaga, Minchu. Ayan, Miguel Love shoutout to si Pakhan Vlog dyan. At saka si Pinay Swedish. Yan, dito ako muna sa tarot reading card. Ayan. Thank you so much for staying in the house, Minchu. Just stay ka lang dyan, pakikinig kasi ano pa ako dito na i-share sa iyo. Yung yearly. Gusto ko to yung yearly kasi malalaman mo talaga yung buong story ng life mo sa buong year. Sa buong year. Ayan. Yearly. Yearly horoscope. Wala siya dito. Gusto ko din to yung tarot. Ito try ka din kaya to. Ayan. Sige ma'am host. Interesting. Oo, sige. Gusto ko din yan. Gusto ko yung tarot reading. Tarot card reading, love. Oh, I love this. Astrolist.com. No, hindi ko to gusto. Hindi ko to siya gusto. Babalik ako sa isa kasi yung tarot card reading. Kasi parang naniniwala din ako sa mga card eh. Sa mga card. Hindi ko siya gusto. Dito ako sa ayan. Tarot card reading. Tarot card reading. Ayan. Parang gusto ko din to. Ito na lang kaya. Ito. Naniniwala ako nito sa mga card. Ayan, tarot reading free tarot cards. And gusto ko to. Tarot card reading love. I love this as well. Ayan. Siguro, gusto ko din to. Yan, pagpipilian ko na lang sa dalawa yung, ano nako, tarot card reading. Parang may candles. I love this. Pipilian ko na lang yung kung anong the best sa kanila. Na, kasi tarot card reading and the horoscope astrology guide. Parang gusto ko din siya. Ayan. I-open ko siya. Accurate insight about your future. Ayan. A daily horoscope. Ayan, daily. Ayan, kasi may ano din siya. My love, money, career. Single love, Lord. Ayan. Ayan, gusto ko to. Ayan, makikinig. Ayan, daily horoscope. Ano ba is, kasi nakalagay dito is, mayroong yearly. I love this. Yearly na lang. Yearly. Yeah. Bakit Aries, the ball? Yung Aries. So, let's go to, ano first? Ayan. Sagittarius yung una kong babasahin. Sagittarius. Ayan. Yung ikaw daw is, yan, overview. In this year, 2020, there will be a numerous occasions to socialize and to make friends. Ayan. Yan daw yung Mincho. Socialize and to make friends. There are chances of you creating financial gains in your business this year. This infers that your business may grow swiftly. You may additionally expect to be benefited. And mas gusto ko to. Benefited by your ancestral property. You may meet more cash than you'll ever expect. Continue to follow your heart and stay true to your path. And 2020 will be a successful year for you, Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius, a successful year for you. 2020. And year 2020 will definitely provide you with many opportunities to help those in need. Although an independent sign, the support and love from your loved ones nurtures and strengthens you in ways that you might not expect. Yearly within the year, you may have the chance to embrace one thing new in each. And wow, nice ma'am host. Sana nga, hihihi. Oo. Sa buong year, ito ng story mo eh. Kasi, yung nabasa kanina, syempre, minsan kaya may mga misunderstanding kayo. Kaya pag nag-aaway kayo, parang gano'n na yung mapipil mo, di ba? So, ano yun, and everyday naman yun. For tomorrow, yun na yung nabasa ko kanina. So, ito kasi is the buong story to ng year mo. Ng buong story na ito talaga yung year ng 2020. Ayan. 2020 will definitely provide you with many opportunities to help those in need. Although an independent sign, the support and love from your loved ones nurtures. Ayan. Nagsusupport din yung loved ones mo sa iyo. Ayan. And strengthens you in ways that you might not expect. Early within the year, you may have the chance to embrace one thing new in each your personal and career. Although these endeavors will frighten you at first, you should commit to them wholeheartedly, and your life will improve vividly. This year, you can be quite serious about your love life. Ayan. You, however, need to keep calm if a dispute situation with your lover occurs. Be careful and talk to resolve the issue. Commitment is tough for you, as you do not prefer to feel that your freedom is compromised. You are genuinely a free soul and your autonomy is significant for you. Remember that when you produce new connections, 2020 is also the year for some self-improvement, Sagittarius. Ayan. Self-improvement daw. Ayan. Kaya ano muna ako. Drink muna ako ng water. Ayan. self-improvement. Sagittarius, sometimes you are overly sensitive and can be easily hurt by others' criticisms. Try to not get offended easily. Ayan. Practice exercise in developing a stronger sense of self-respect. Ayan. The horoscope predictions for Sagittarius conjointly assures that in 2020, you'd be endowed with name and fame from the society during this year. And it might be a good year for you to start out your involvement in politics. And if you've been thinking about it, take care of your health during this year and try to treat even the minute of illnesses and the earliest. Ayan. Take care ka daw sa iyong health. Ayan. And sabi daw dito is, ayan. Sabi pa dito is, in this year, 2020, will be numerous occasions to socialize and to make friends. Ayan, tapos na ako dito pala. And love, this year may end up, dito na ako sa love. Saan ba yung love dito? Very energizing. Ito, this year may end up being very energizing for the love matters. The old problems will be resolved in between you two. You might just start to like a colleague. It may also start a new love relationship. You may also get love proposals. Exchanging gifts will show your love, as some people may get into physical occasions with something which they will attempt to keep covered up. Due to this, difficulties may arise in future, and the natives who are planning to marry will be successful. Oh my God, Wincho. Talagang marry talaga, the natives who are planning to marry will be successful. Oh, andahan. Difficulties may arise in future. The natives who are planning to marry will be successful. What is natives? Try ko nga. Kiligaw ako story. Oo. Ano ba yung natives? Ano ba yung pagkakaintindi mo ng natives? Siguro mga natives, I think, foreigner. I think ibang lahi, yung natives. Pag mag-plan sa'yo na who are planning to marry, be successful. Oh. 2020 ba yun? Oo. Kasi native eh. Native siya. Will be successful daw. Parang po, ha. Wow, Hincho. Ayan, ano yung boyfriend mo? Ano ba? Parang, ano ba siya? Pinoy or what? Ayan. 2020 is a promising year for your romantic life. Oh, grabe. 2020 is a promising year for your romantic life. Sana totoo na. Oo nga, no? 2020 is a promising year for your romantic life. Don't waste your time ruminating over the what ifs of your past relationships and don't hesitate to start new ones. Oh, don't hesitate to start new ones because parang nagkatugpa siya kanina. Parang po hikikik. Grabe talaga sa Bencho. Oh my gosh, sana all. Si Lemon Ho, joke lang. Co-host. Oo, napakagwapo ni Lemon Ho. Talagang gusto ko din, crush ko din si Lemon. Ayan, ito daw. Don't waste your time ruminating over the what's ifs of your life past relationships. And don't hesitate to start new ones. Hindi ka daw mag-hesitate to start new ones because this is the golden hour of your love life. Wow. golden talaga, golden hour of your love life. You may have to make important some decisions regarding your love life. You may not seem ready for it yet, but deep inside you have the ability to measure things perfectly and to take the right decision if you stay away from your partner. Ah, but deep inside you have the ability to measure things perfectly and to take the right decisions. Ayan. Talagang ano ka daw ng right decisions, no? If you stay away from your partner, you will have an opportunity to have a parallel relationships. Oh, pag mag-stay away ka daw, if you stay away from your partner, you will have an opportunity to have a parallel relationship. Ayan. But take a wise decision. Ayan. But take a wise decision and don't be impulsive this year. Music and films will be a fun diversion. Ayan, music and films daw will be a fun diversion when you're going through tough times in your relationship. Plan an adventure trip like trekking or rafting during December this year. Ano po yan, parallel relationship? Parang parallel, kasi yung lines nakaganon eh. Parang pag mag-stay away ka sa kanya, stay away. Ano ba yung stay? Ayun, stay away. Magsistay ka, di ba? So, tapos yung past mo is magstay away ka sa kanya. So, siguro pag may darating na manligaw sa'yo or your new relationship, di ba parallel silang dalawa? So, magiging ano ka, hindi ka na loyal. So, isa kasi dalawa na yung love mo. Oo. Dalawa na sila, parallel. Mm-mm. But your ano mo daw is plan an adventure. So, Anli. Ayan. Oo, Anli talaga. Ayan, plan an adventure. At talagang mag-plan ka ng adventure, ng trip, parang bumiyahe ka, ayan, like trekking or rafting during December. During December during December this year. This will help you to spend more time together and it will be a memorable trip for both of you. Wow, memorable. Yay, Korea. Wow, sana all. Bakit sa December pupunta ka ba sa Korea? Mencho. Ayan, be a memorable trip for both of you. Ayan. Parang both of you, parang dalawa kayo nito ng iyong BF. Ayan. BF. Parang mag-trip kayo, haha, sana po host. Oo. Tapos, ano daw, memorable trip for both of you. This year may require a lot of time and investment in your love life. Wow. This year may require a lot of time and investment in your love life. It's important to capitalize your energy in areas you wish to see flourish. If your top priority is to be in a relationship in 2020, ayan, priority, if top priority mo yung relationship mo sa this 2020, then sideline all other things for achieving this because the planets are on your side. Ayan, the planets daw is on your side daw. Na-excited na po ako sa December. Ayan. Ayan, isabi mo sa akin, Mincho, ha? Ayan. Oo. Baka may mga bagong darating sa'yo na mga, ayan, masusurprise ka na lang. Ayan. Ayan. Then sideline all other things for achieving this because yung planets daw are on side for you. So, ayan, but if you have enough reason to believe that it is not worth all the time and effort, you are the boss. Ayan. But if you have enough reason, ayan, para wala ka daw yung talagang enough, no, na reason na enough reason to believe that it is not worth. Talagang wala kang enough na reason, no, na believe, maniwala sa it is not. Hindi ka maniwala na hindi worth sa'yo yung mga time and effort. Yung mga time and effort. So, you are the boss here. You are the boss daw and you can decide. So, kung hindi ka maniwala sa mga time, sa mga oras na yun, at saka yung mga effort na ibinigay sa'yo, so ikaw yung boss na mag-decide sa mga decision, mag-decide. Ayan. Sagittarius can also expect to receive. You can expect to receive some good news from their children around this time. Ayan. Enjoy all the nice breakthroughs that the third quarter of the year has in store for you. Saturn goes direct. Ayan, Saturn goes direct. And Sagittarius at the beginning of September, ayan, at the beginning of September, ayan, napipil mo ba to? Relieving any ongoing conflicts. Ayan, conflicts, may mga conflicts daw, no? Mga ongoing conflicts with siblings or other relatives. Ayan, may mga conflicts ka daw sa mga kapatid mo, ng siblings, at saka sa mga pinsan mo, relatives. Ayan, pity spots take over your relationship for too long. Took over your relationships for far too long. Ayan. Ano ba yun? Took for relationship. Ayan, take mo na daw yung relationship. Nag-talk mo na ba siya? For far too long. For far too long. And it's time to reconnect with people you love. Ayan. It's time na daw. Ito yung oras mo daw na mag-connect ka sa mga tao na mahal mo. Yung mga tao na mahal mo. Ayan, Sagittarius. You will also be pleased to witness the way your relationship with your partner. Ayan, you will also be pleased to witness the way your relationship with your partner. Ayan. Yung relationship mo, no, diba? Partner improves during this time. It's amazing to see how Saturn can teach you valuable lessons while creating lasting bonds on intimately, guys. Ayan, yan daw yun sa'yo, Sagittarius. Ano pa ba dito? Ayan. And anong oras na ba ako? It's 2:27. So, ito na lang yung babasahin ko. Tingnan ko yung sa akin din. Yan yung sa akin. Excited din ako malaman. Yan yung daw kay Sagittarius. Nice, ma'am. Thank you po. Ayan. Kasi mag-e-end na din ako, no? Tatapusin ko lang po. Kasi, ano lang, ayan, mega love shoutout sa tatlong nandyan. Ayan, kay Sisi Prakain Vlog, isasabi ko na din sa iyo. Ayan, makikinig ka dyan, sis. Ayan, dito sa iyo, sis. Saan ba to? Yan, yearly. Ito kay Sisi, Aquarian, si Sisi. Aquarius. Ayan. Aquarius. 2020 is a perfect year to try to improve yourself and your surroundings. Ayan, yan sa'yo, Sisi. This year, you will probably feel more impulsive, which will bring some changes to your life. This year, you are also more direct, which can also help you get ahead. Aquarius persons may face some obstacles to their progress during the beginning of the year, but they won't be held back and will try to move forward with zeal. There are no challenges in the middle of the year, while the last few months of the year will be highly encouraging for your success. Ayan, si Super Kayan Vlog! Sisi, ayan. Thank you so much sa pakikinig mo dyan, sis. Ayan. We'll be trying to move forward with zeal. There are no challenges in the middle of the year. Ayan. There are no challenges. No? Wala namang mga challenges daw this middle of the year daw. So while the last few months of the year will be highly encouraging for your success, you should not allow your brush nature to hamper your growth, and you should be careful to proceed. And ito yung Aquarius. As per the astrological analysis, 2020 indicates a sense of stability and positivity on financial front. Ayan, stability daw, yung talagang stable, yung financial mo at saka yung mga positivity mo yan. And financial front. Your financial status would be satisfactory. Wow! Sana all. With favors of luck throughout the year. Wow! Talaga. Super talaga yung lucky talaga this year. Si Aquarius. Ayan. The year's forecast elucidates the steady inflow of money. But you still need to keep a proper check on your expenses. Ayan. Dapat daw para no, yung mga expenses mo, i-check mo din. Challenging situation arise now and then, but harnessing your energy in the right direction would help you overcome all those hardless. This year would provide you with countless opportunities to make life of your love more happily. Business may not deliver the best results, and people in the workplace may feel that salaries are not being improved or increased. Married couples may experience problems in their married life. There will be a better year for your students and traveling. Yan, students and traveling. Your health will be slow, while your parents and spouse's health will be stable. Ayan. Yan, Aquarius. Ayan yung health. Aquarius will be feeling very energetic too. They will constantly feel the urge to go out and enjoy. Staying indoors or any form of repetition bores them, and they will start to feel agitated and annoyed. Jupiter's movement this year suggests that towards the middle of summer, you may start to think about all your relationship. You will start to see your relationship with more clarity and will feel the need to break off ties with people who have been returning the bond with the same energy. Ayan. Nabasahin ko na din. Ayan yun guys. Ayan. Ito pa yung love sa Aquarius. Yan yung sa love ones. According to Aquarius, Horoscope 2020 this year is good for you to romance if you love someone. Ayan, romance if you love someone. You will find continuity in your love. Jupiter is expecting your fifth house, which is good for your love life. This year, you and your partner would enjoy a good bond. Wow, sisa pa tayong vlog. Ayan. This year, you and your partner would enjoy a good bond. There could be some disturbance in your married life during April and May, because for days may be a poor connection with your partner. This situation could come up during the April-May months. After March, June, the time for romance will be especially good. Time for marriage this year is not very favorable, but it favors your love life. If you propose someone before March and after June, you might get a positive response. You must not impose your thoughts on others and be a good listener. Overall, for Aquarius, moon sign people most of the year would be favorable. Single Aquarius people will have plenty of opportunities to find suitable love mates and enter into romantic partnership. They are not supposed to go overboard, but are supposed to nurture future relations, often if they are inclined to marry this spouse. They should seek guidance from friends and relatives. If you are single, then you are expected to go to some new places to meet new people. You are much more likely to find romance with new people than with friends. Obvious additionally, this year you will probably be more emotional with your friends and family. You are simply more likely to feel more comfortable about these people's communities. There's no need to keep appearances around the people. Well, feel free to be yourself. It is also a good year to have a baby. Hmm. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa iyo dyan, sis Aquarius. Ayan. According to Aquarius Horoscope 2024 love, if you are planning to tie the knot with your lover, then this is not the right time. You might get a red signal from your parents, so wait for some more time this year. Single natives might be getting someone special also. If you are attracted to someone at your workplace, you might come up with love proposal during this period. Yan yung Aquarius. Tingnan ko kaya yung sa akin. Ayan, magbabasa ako ng yung sa akin na lang. Yan. Mag-e-end na din ako. Ayan, Pisces horoscope. According to Pisces horoscope 2020, you may reach greater heights in job and business. Oh, this year your hard work and dedication may pay off. Chances are you will reach a higher rank this year. At work-wise, you might get a new identity one. Oh. The financial front, you might be a little disappointed during this year. Be very careful at money-related plans. Refrain from making risky investments. And this year, you will be discovering new possibilities in the learning and communication sector as well. According to the 2020 Pisces horoscope, things are going to change for a better future. But you are going to have to be really patient with the whole cycle along with your work and efforts to get things to work for you. Pisces Horoscope 2020 predicts that more action and adventure will be sought in your life as the year rolls around you. You will feel more impulsive, more relaxed, and more autonomous than you have felt in past year. At the same time, you will be more rational and learn more about the world around you. All these things are bound to carry with them some kind of personality change. This is an energetic and important year in the world of Pisces. This is an energetic and important year in the world of Pisces. When your goals in life are to be re-examined and set in place, and your faith becomes the guiding light you will need it for a while. This is a positive year to make a professional progress and learn things that will make all the difference in your future in the universe. Support will come from bosses, teachers, and all those. Okay. Support will come from bosses, ayan, teachers, and all those who have in the past. Some tests are too rigid. It is a promising year for mothers relating to progeny and love. Marriage. Ayan, married couples are going to have a good results, while married couples may find their married couples are going to have good results, while unmarried couples may find their pursuit of finding a match a bit delayed. Students will get excellent results, while this year is favorable for undertaking journeys. The mother's health needs to be looked at while it is going to be good for your own health, but spouse health may suffer. You will see yourself developing and learning from various circumstances around you this year. Pisces will observe experience from their surroundings. This year they will be very careful and cautious. You will discover yourself on a journey where you will meet different people and seek different opportunities. Self-growth, maturation, and evolution are going to be a part of this year. Yan. Yan yung Pisces. Yan, shoutout sa mga Pisceans dyan. Ito yung sa inyo. Ito lang muna ako kasi yung iba na din yung mga daily ko. Ayan, kasi ito yearly yung binabasa ko. So, yung yearly na binabasa ko is, ano lang muna, 2 lang or 3 lang nababasahin ko kasi yearly naman to eh. So, kanina nabasa ko na lahat. So, hindi ko pa nabasa yung Pisces kanina. Yung sa daily, kasi daily lang naman yung ano natin dito. Sa Pisces kaya babasahin ko. Hindi ko pa nabasa yung sa daily na Pisces kanina. Ayan. Ito daily. Ayan, Saturday. Ayan, for tomorrow, Sunday, November 15. Ito yung sa Pisces. Ayan, Pisceans. Ayan, magandang araw at magandang gabi sa inyo dyan. Good night to all at 11:30 na ng gabi. So, it's going to sleep now. Ayan, isa na lang na horoscope na babasahin ko dito. And at magpapaalam na din ako. Ayan, some people thrive on drama. They aren't happy unless there is conflict and upheaval in their lives. They enjoy gossip and mayhem, but you, Pisces, are a fish of a different color. Oh, you crave peace, you seek out serenity. You balked at the idea of conflict. If you have to wait with someone today who seems to enjoy drama, don't let it go to you. You can still have a peace and serenity if you choose it. Even though you are empathic, you can tune out a negative influence. Ayan yung mga prices daw, no? Ano daw sila ng mga negative influence. Ayan, ano kaya yun? Ayan. Isa-search na lang natin yun, guys. Ayan, goodbye everyone. Good night and have a sweet dreams. Thank you so much for listening now to my, sa scopes na binabasa ko dito. Ayan. Pero, syempre, no, kailangan pa rin natin mag-pray sa everyday life kasi ito is mga guide lang talaga to sa atin, yung mga everyday na nangyayari sa ating mga buhay. So, God bless everyone and good night. Have a sweet dreams. Bye. And shout out, yan, mag-shout out ako first. Shout out to, ayan, Mencho Lizardi. Shout out sa iyo. Thank you so much. Ayan, babalikan kita after this. Mencho Lizardi. And, shout out of course to, ayan, to Cesar Virgie Esteller and Parkheim Vlog. Mega love shout out sa iyo, sis. Thank you so much sa iyong pag-BG dyan. At ayan, kasi yung ano mo ngayon is yung internet mo. Ayan. Kasi ganyan naman yung signal hindi talaga natin ma-expect na talaga yung signal. Ayan, pero salamat pa rin sa yung pagsistay dyan. Kahit na yung signal mo, nagkaka-problem ngayon ang signal mo. Ayan. And shout out of course to Sat Malnayak and ayan, sa ninja, of course, ni Sisi Parkay Vlog, na si Dolores Rica. Ayan, of course, to J. Mark Pepeto Osabel. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa iyo. And Pinay Swedish. And of course, ayan, kasi si Parkay Vlog. Maraming salamat sa iyo dyan, sis. Ayan. And of course, to Pinay Swedish and Sisi Virgie Esteller. Ayan, mega love shoutout sa inyo dyan. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Thank you. Ayan, good night and have a sweet dreams na magpapaalam na ako. Bye! Bye na guys, bye! Thank you. Ayan, good night ma'am host. Keep safe po and God bless. Tulog na si Akech. Ayan, sige. Ayan, kasi 11 na ngayon. Goodbye sa iyo dyan. Thank you so much, Mincho Lizardi, sa pakikinig ngayon ng mga horoscope. Ayan. So, kailangan natin mag-pray, no? Para na din sa everyday natin na, ayan, kung ano man yung mga nangyayari sa ating everyday na life, ayan. Kailangan natin mag-pray. Pray na lang natin kay God. Ayan. Thank you so much, Mencho Lizardi. Ayan. Good night to you and have a sweet dreams. Keep safe din and God bless you as well. And bye. Bye, thank you so much. Ito lang nag-video dyan. Maraming salamat sa inyo dyan. Good night and have a sweet dreams, everyone. And of course, ayan, yung video dyan, baka si ano yan, ayan, mega love shoutout sa Sisi Parkayan Vlog, at saka kay Sisi Virgie Estelar. At saka yung nag-BG ngayon, Eshi Yuan's Vlog, ayan, mega love shoutout sa iyo. And, ayan, sa mga nag-BG, kasi di ko alam eh. Basta sa mga nag-BG dyan, mega love shoutout sa inyo. Ayan, of course, isa na dun si Sisi Parkayan Vlog. Thank you so much, sis. Ayan, mag-end na po ako. Bye! Have a blessed day, everyone. And have a sweet dreams. Bye! Mag-end na.